This article is based on the relationship program Re-Spark the Romance by Brian Robbins. When you're in the rush of dating someone or in a new relationship, it can be hard to think straight. Sometimes we read more than is there, or we overthink things because we want this to turn into something more. Here's 7 signs that he does, indeed, adore you, and it's very hard to miss these. And if he adores you, hopefully he's a keeper. But we'll also look at some signs to help you tell that as well. So let's jump in. He adores you if 1. He shows you his goofy side. This sounds like a strange one, I'll admit it. But have you seen a man in love? He acts pretty goofy. He'll have a lopsided grin and even act giddy around you. He actually wants to do those cute little things that men usually hate, like rubbing noses together and sharing ice cream. When he adores you, it brings out his cute side, because he feels happy, in love, and open with you. 2. He can't go a day without hearing from you. The puppy love stage is so much fun. We're both infatuated and want to see each other. In fact, he can't stand going more than a day without talking to you. He'll text you good morning or even call when you're apart. He'll check in with you to see how your day is going. And he'll especially check on you if he knows you're dealing with something that day that's hard or stressful. He might call out of the blue just to hear your voice. 3. He'll throw caution to the wind. I mean this in the best way possible. He won't care what others think about him while he tries to win your heart. He might make big, bold public displays of affection, like standing up in a park and singing to you, and he'll be happy to make a fool of himself. He might make some big decisions and changes so he can see you more. He'll also make you a priority above other things because he wants you to feel special. 4. He gives you the last one. You're sharing a bag of chips, and he looks down to realize there is one chip left. What happens next will tell you a lot. Does he grab it for himself? Does he offer it to you, hoping you won't take it? Or does he pick up the last chip and feed it to you? Not only will he want you to have the last of things, he'll want to share things with you. In contrast, I once dated a man who was very sweet. For a while. One day I spotted a bag of corn nuts in his truck. It was one of our favorite shared snacks. I happily held up the bag and said, "Look what I found." I fully expected him to share. Instead he asked me, rather grumpily, "And can you put them back?" That's not how a man who adores you acts. You'll know he adores you because when you accidentally do something that could offend him, he'll shrug it off. He'll think you're cute and adorable, and tell you so. 5. He'll overlook the things that aren't adorable. If you're like me, you're worried about doing anything that come off as gross or uncute in front of your man. But life happens. When a man adores you, he won't be turned off when you do something embarrassing. It'll seem like he doesn't care about leg stubble or morning breath. Truth be told, when a man is smitten, he might even find it cute when you do something you'd rather not let him see. When he adores you, it's like you can't do anything wrong. 6. He'll want to hold you, hold your hand, cuddle, and gaze into your eyes. When a man adores you, he shows it with actual adoration. He'll smile ear to ear and tell people how lucky he is to have you in his life. The attraction is at a crazy high level, and he wants to touch you as much as possible. 7. He thinks about you all the time and lets you know it. He'll text you about a new restaurant he just saw because he thinks you might like it. He'll send your flowers or other surprises to work. He'll send miss you and thinking about you texts. He'll do things that let you know he thinks about you during his day, like planning a romantic evening or buying you something he knows you'll love. He might actually write a letter or a card, or send a long email. A man who adores you will let you know how he feels. So, you know he adores you, and that probably means that you like him as much. But does that automatically mean he's a keeper? 5 signs he's a keeper. If you've found a man who adores you, you're very lucky, but don't think that it's so rare that you have to stick with him. Instead, make sure he's deserving of you and all your awesomeness by looking at the following 5 signs that he's a keeper. 1. He doesn't want to change you. It can go to your head when a man adores you, but that doesn't mean he can start telling you how to act or what you're allowed to do. A man worth keeping will be impressed by your talents, skills, achievements, and personality. He'll let you know he thinks you're a catch. If he adores you, he should love you just the way you are. It's one thing to encourage people, offer advice, and help them. It's another to try and change them. A few red flags include when a man tells you what you're allowed to say, or that you shouldn't be talking around certain people, or that you need to change how you dress. Stay away from men who try to mold you into someone you're not. 2. He notices and remembers the little things. A keeper will get to know you and remember the important things. Those important things include little things too. It shows excitement and thoughtfulness that he notices small details about you and your life. This is another sign that he's invested, wants to impress and please you, and enjoys learning about you. Some men will naturally love to learn everything about you and want to know all those little details. A red flag here would be if he brings you flowers repeatedly, when you've told him you're allergic to that kind. Or maybe he always considers his wishes first, and wants to eat somewhere that you don't like. I knew I had a problem once when a man I dated always wanted to get spicy, greasy pizza with lots of sausage. It didn't seem to matter that I told him many times it made me sick. A keeper will listen to you and remember things about you. 3. He does things to make you feel special. When a man adores you, it's easy for him to do things to make you feel special. The trick is, does he continue to act that way after some time goes by? It's really sad if he acts that way for a few months before going back to his true self. He should give you his full attention when you're together, and do things to help you out. He'll listen to you and be a good friend. He'll surprise you with gifts. And he'll value your opinions and desires. None of us can be perfect all of the time, but a good man who is worth keeping is going to do his best to make you feel like a princess. 4. He talks about a future with you. If someone adores you, they probably are thinking about a future with you. A keeper is interested in making memories with you and moving toward a future together. Early on, he might talk about the future in general, like if you want a family or if you have dreams of traveling the world. He might talk about things he's always wanted to do and see if you're interested in those as well. He should actually talk to you and verbalize thoughts about the future, and it's a good thing to listen and see if he brings the future up, or if it's just you. 5. He respects you as an equal. When a man adores you, he puts you first. That puppy love is great, but as the relationship moves forward, it should grow deeper. He should adore you and respect you. A real keeper will respect your likes and dislikes, even when you prefer different things than him. You might find a few things where you have different thoughts, opinions, and beliefs. Can he respect your ideas when they're different, and talk about them in a respectful way? He should also see you as an equal in the relationship, with different strengths and weaknesses, but that's one reason why a relationship helps us so much. We help each other. You can have different roles but be equally important, and you both get a say in things. If he's a keeper, he'll feel you're equally important and should have an equal say in things. If you dream of having a man that showers you with attention and love, like you see other women getting from their men, it's not too late. You may follow the link below to learn the secret to turn your man into the committed, attentive, romantic guy you have dreamed of right here.